home. Yeah. How y'all doing, man? Y'all having a good time? Yeah, man. Give it up for the comments you've seen tonight. Give it up for the venue. I don't know if y'all know, we are in a historic location. Historic. The Gill Cinema. This is the alleyway that Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered in. Give it up. Great place. Shout out to the Guild, though. Thank you for letting us have this event here. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Give it up for yourselves. Thank you guys for being here. You know, appreciate this guys for sure. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jess. I got snacks too, though. I got the assortment of chips. I got the good kind, the bold flavor pack. You know, holla at me after the show. Honestly though, you guys, I fucking love getting to do comedy here in New Mexico because we have so many talented comedians. It's amazing. Like, they just immediately come out ripping, bro. Except for Alex. We're going to talk about your set, man. I got some tips. Tip number 1, stop telling jokes between sets. Appreciate it, though, man. Thank you for having this show. Thank you for having me headlining as well. You guys don't know, this is my first time headlining. Hey. I was very excited. He offered me this opportunity, and I immediately jumped on it. I was like, shit. That's great. That's a big step up. Then he told me all the comedians who were going before me, and I was like, what the fuck? You gonna put all these funny motherfuckers up before me? You bastard. I get it. It's all right, though, man. Shout out to New Mexico, man. I love being here. I'm not originally from here, though, man. I moved here from Illinois.
Woo!
Are you from Illinois, sir?
Loyola, Chicago.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm not from anywhere near Chicago. I'm from Cornfield, Illinois. So I'm glad you're here, though, man. That's great. Go Cubs. You know, that's awesome. But yeah, when I first moved here, it was a huge culture shock. You know, we have grass and like trees. You guys decorate your front yards with rocks. What the fuck? Yeah. And it's crazy because it's not like I got to New Mexico and people were like rude or anything. You guys actually have some of the kindest people I've ever met. You know, very like multicultural city here. This is the first place somebody offered me sunscreen. I had no clue how to fucking respond. I was like, I'll be alright. But you know, I worked outdoors, so everyone was always putting on sunscreen, and I was just like, I don't get it. And I would watch them go crazy for his sunscreen, just to still burn up in the sun. And then I'm just kind of standing there like, inferior mortals. Let the sun cleanse your impure skin. And that was how I lost my first job in Albuquerque. That's right though, because I found another. Nobody here wants to work. Everybody loves the virtual shit, you know what I mean? So it's nice. It worked out for me, man. It's great. You know, also being in Albuquerque, we got to talk about the crime here, you guys. Because, like, crime in Illinois, Mr. Loyola?
Yes, sir.
Right. You know how it is in Chicago.
Oh.
It's bad.
Okay.
Albuquerque is just fucked. Like, there's no end in sight for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I got here, first thing they told me, they were like, oh, yeah, watch your car. I was like, all right, my car? What? Why? They were like, car theft out here is big. How big? Number 1 in the country big, apparently. It's like, holy shit, number 1 in the country. At least we're good at something, right, Albuquerque? There we go. And so I'm just like, all right, watch my car. I'm not thinking much of it because for a while, nobody attempted to break into my car. But then one day I caught somebody trying to break into my car. And I didn't know how to respond to that. So I let him keep trying. I gave him maybe 3 or 4 minutes of him just picking at the lock by himself. And then I finally walked up to him. I was like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, oh, nothing. I just accidentally left my keys in the car. It's like, oh, okay. Interesting. So, tossed out some ideas. I was like, you can call APD. They'll come unlock it. Typical criminal response. Fuck APD, fuck the cops. Yeah, all right. So I let them keep trying for a little bit. Because personally, my lease isn't up on the car yet, but at the same time, I want to make sure the locks work. You know? Like, how good of an alarm system do I really have? So another like 4 or 5 minutes go by. But now I gotta be somewhere, you know? So I pulled my keys out and I unlocked the car door. This motherfucker looked at me and said, "Bro, you had my keys the whole time?" I was like, "Nigga, you don't get away from my car." Fucking up my insurance with this shit, man. It's ridiculous, man. Did anybody else get one of these tight ass wristbands? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get fucked up later, but it's cutting off the circulation to my hand now. Sir, if you're in here, you're just a little too aggressive with these wristbands. Just tossing that out there, man. Goodness. I got a chance to go do comedy in New York. I thought that was really cool, man. Cause like New York, you know, it's one of those cities where a lot of comedians come from. Chris Rock, you know, Dave Chappelle got his start on the East Coast. A lot of big names come out of New York for comedy. But I also realized that I was on a vacation, so I wanted to enjoy myself. So I, you know, did the typical New Mexico thing. I got fucked up. I had a great time, a fucking ball. It was nice. But then I tried to take the subway. Fucked up thing about New York is it's overcrowded, you guys. And the subway system is really overcrowded. So when the subway train pulls up, the doors stop right here. This is where everyone huddles together. And it's like 50 people huddled up to get into this one door. Now personally, I don't like to be in tight spaces like that. I hate crowds, honestly. But I was drinking that yak and I was like, I ain't no bitch. So I said, fuck it. Y'all want to do this? Let's do it. So I'm in the middle of this crowd now, drunk as hell, letting people push me around and shit. I'm just like stumbling back and forth. Then the fucking doors open. I go flying through with the crowd, but again, I'm stumbling everywhere. I'm drunk, tripping over my feet. I fall on a woman. I felt bad. I said, "Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean to fall on you." New Yorkers, aggressive. Rightfully so, I guess. Fuck's wrong with you? Never taken a subway drunk? Actually, no, man, I'm not having it. Where the fuck you from? You don't got a subway to take when you drunk. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Fuck y'all do when y'all drunk? You drive. Parking's a bitch. It is what it is. It's a great time though, man. I really did enjoy it. While I was there, I got a chance to try some acting out. You know, that was cool. I auditioned. I didn't get it, which is why I'm still here. It's all right though. I'll try again. But it was a tough like spot to get, cause the guy was talking to me and he was like, "All right, your character is set in the 1800s." Like, all right, the 1800s. So I want you to talk with an older English accent. All right, older English accent. Tried it. "Hello, mate." No, that's Australian. It's like, think 1800s. Think 1800s, older America, you know, the birth of a nation. Think, how would you talk in the 1800s? Like, all right, let me get myself into character, sir. So, yeah, take your time. Ooh, I did my little exercises, you know. Right. Told him I'm ready. He was like, all right. And scene. Yes, boss, I'm not. I want to. This ain't that kind of show. I was like, well, if you had the black dude, this is about to be that kind of show. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Because America, if you think about it, we've always been that country, you know? Like, since the inception of our country, we've been tough on others. I guess is the word for it, right? Which,
tough.
Yeah, like it's like back like, tough, nigga, tough.
Nigga, we done gone through it, nigga.
Hey, no, I feel you, brother. Shit, I get pulled over all the time, but it's we've been that country. We're tough on really minorities, women, children, everybody who's not a middle-aged white man, basically. You know?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I just think it's crazy because y'all remember in 2020, everybody had to wear a mask. And it's like, you can't force me to wear a mask. It's my body, my choice. Fast forward 2 years later, though. So far, my body, my choice doesn't fucking hold up, huh? They overturned Roe v. Wade, and next thing you know, oh, well, I mean, you know, that's America's body. You gotta do what's for the greater good of the country.
Gross.
Right? Very gross. You're forcing people to have children, basically. And they clearly don't fucking want them.
For real.
And then we wonder how kids, like, schools get shot up. It's a
Fuck
little
them
fucked
kids.
up, right? Fuck them kids. I'm so glad somebody said it. I didn't want to be the first one. I was wondering if it was just the black comedians or everybody. So I'm glad it's everybody in here who says fuck them kids. Because I say fuck them kids, man. I don't have kids yet. And I'm scared to. Because to be honest with you, it's tough raising kids. You don't know who the fuck you're raising. Might be a doctor. Might be a lawyer. Might be a fucking serial killer. You literally got to play the 50-50 odds with these motherfuckers. I got a nephew. He's only like 6 years old. And I'm wondering, is he going to be a serial killer? Because he just does shit that's a little weird, man, all right? I'm sitting there, watching TV, minding my business. And he walked in. And he had his head down. I was like, what's up with you? My fish just died. And I looked at him, I was like, right now? Yeah. Like, right now, like your fish is dead if I walk in that room. He's like, yeah. You not gonna cry? No. Alright. Looked at me soon, he's like, what do we do with the body? I was like, huh? Fish body. I was like, okay. You flush it. He was like, okay. So I told him, I was like, go get the fish, put it like in a little cup or something. You know, we'll go to the toilet and we'll flush it. He's like, all right. Like, I got the fish, we go to the bathroom. I tell him, I was like, all right, now pour it in. So he dumps it in and flush it. He gets the little handle, flushes. Whole time he has a straight face, like stone cold killer look in his eyes. And so at first I'm like, maybe he just isn't that emotional about a fish. It's all right. Maybe he wasn't that close or as close as I thought he was. Fine. Then a little bit more time goes on, and my granny had passed. And it hurt us all, you know what I mean? We were all a little sad. It's your granny, you know? You're gonna miss her, whatever. And so my idea was to like start checking up on my nieces and nephews because they never really got to experience, you know, full, like, I guess, childhood with her. So I was like, hey, nephew, is everything all right? He's like, yeah. He's like, are you sad? Anything? You want to talk? He's like, I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right. It's like, all right, cool. Well, I'm here, you know, if you need to talk about anything. He was like, okay, Unc, I got a question. What's up? So when do we flush her? And this is why I don't have kids, because I was like, well, you know, we can't flush her. Nephew, I'm sure we can't flush her. I was like, nephew, we can't flush her. You know, he like 6, 7 years old. I'm like, she won't fit in the toilet. He looked at me, he was like, yeah, you're right. We could toss her in the river. Gotta keep an eye on this motherfucker.
That nigga is good,
If I ever see
bro.
him show up anywhere with a do-rag and a backpack on, it's on. For that. Man. Shit, like I said, I don't got kids. But you know, I'm also working on playing like stepdaddy. Because my lady, she got kids, which is cool, right? Because, you know, it gives me an opportunity to see if I'm actually daddy material. But what's crazy is daddy and stepdaddy are like completely different roles. Right? It's not the same shit.
Yeah, shit. If you
First of all, I technically don't gotta give a shit about this little nigga. I mean, he cool and everything, but fuck, like, hey, bro. Yeah, sorry, man. We moved off the island, you know what I mean? But the more I think about it, I'm like, what am I really supposed to be here for? And what I realize is I'm just supposed to be cool as fuck. Like, I'm just supposed to be chilling, you know? For example, when he comes through, be like, what you want for dinner? We have ice cream? Fuck it, go ahead. You want to go to bed? Nah, I want to stay up tonight. Cool, do what you want to do, play. Stay up all night long. That's fine with me. Works out, right? Because what I started to see was that my job is just to make his daddy really hate me. So every time he goes home and tells his dad, man, I wish I was at AJ's, I'm doing my job right. You know what I mean? It still fuck them kids, but so far I'm winning the stepdaddy battle. Man, you guys think it's crazy that everybody's obsessed with like random words on social media? You know what I mean? Like, for example, there was this moment where everyone wanted to like be toxic. Like all the women just wanted to be toxic. I didn't get it. You know? Like what was so obsessive about this word toxic? If you ask me, toxic women, I give them a 1 out of 5 stars. Great head. Great head. Amazing. Terrible for a family dinner. Horrid. Brought this bitch home for Thanksgiving one time. Shit went left. From the minute we walked in the door, left. I was just like, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. We're in the middle of dinner and this bitch tried to stab me with a fork. I had to call the cops on her on Thanksgiving. Shit was crazy, right? It got wilder because then she got out and she hit me up. And she was like, can I come through? I was like, yo, you just tried to stab me. No. She was like, you know, I was just playing. You weren't. I saw death when I looked in your eyes. That's not a game. She was like, please, I just want to come over and suck that dick. And now I had to think about it, you guys.
Well, I mean, you know.
Because I can hide my silverware. But like I said, that head was amazing. You know what I mean? I will say this, though. That is what made me stop fucking with girls closer to my age. Started fucking with older women after that, personally. A lot of y'all don't know me at all, so you wouldn't know this, but my comedian friends call me the Cougar King. It's a name I've decided to embrace because it's not too bad. I mean, I might get a Netflix special or something, you know? I go with it. But I love it, man, because fucking with older women is different because they do everything for you. They'll put some gas in your car for no reason. They cook for you still. They'll be like, you want me to iron your clothes before you go to work? All that, you know, the whole nine. Where it fucks me though, you guys, is like, and you know, some of y'all might relate, sir, I don't know, maybe. Y'all ever like realize you having sex with somebody a little bit more advanced than you? You know? Like for example, I do my thing. I like to think, you know what I mean? And so one night, I'm in there and I'm hitting it from the back, right? Going.
Yeah!
I was like, yeah, I'm tearing this shit up, right? But then she said something that threw me for a loop. My arm got tired. Then she said something that threw me for a loop. She was like, fuck me like you don't care about me. I legitimately paused mid-stroke like, huh? And she repeated, she was like, just fuck me like you don't care about me. So I was like, all right. So I came quick and I left. I was to show you I don't care about you. I got a great time. I was getting there. I gotta move, you know what I mean? It's whatever. Man, gotta love the Cougars. 20 fucking 22, you guys. Question. Do you guys think the future of churches is in jeopardy? Oh, yes? I hear yes. Somebody said, I hope so.
Chicken or church is like church?
Church's chicken been in trouble since 08. So. Don't ever have to black men about church's chicken. I don't know where the fuck that came from. We've been through them motherfuckers going down. I don't know how y'all keep them in business. That shit is crazy to me. I'm talking about actual church, religious churches. I think they have an issue. Because if you think about it, so there's like the old Orthodox method, then there's the old unorthodox method, and now there's this new unorthodox method where they try and mix in like hip hop with religion. And I think it's just weird, man. Because the other day I was at a bus stop in St. Louis, right? Which, you know, it's not the worst bus stop, but you definitely see some interesting characters, you know? Like a nigga in a tutu or some shit. Like, just random stuff at the St. Louis bus stop, every time. So I saw this one brother walking by, pants leg rolled all the way up. Like, you know, remember back in like the early 2000s, that look, you know what I mean? Like, you got one leg up, all the way up here to your fucking ashy knees and shit.
Hello,
And
Cool
walking
J.
by like this, you know, just... looking at people and shit. I was like, all right, what's this? Whatever. And so I'm sitting there minding my business. I'm waiting for this Greyhound to get here. And he walks up to me. He's like, hey, brother, I just wanted to talk to you. I was like, oh, all right, man. Because my thing is this. If a stranger at a bus stop wants to stop me and talk to me, I let him. Because I don't know what they're going to do if I say no. Especially at a bus stop. It's like, it might pull out a knife. Might try and shoot me. Might want to suck my dick. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, go ahead, brother. So he starts talking. He's like, yeah, man, you know, I'm just out here trying to talk to people, you know, spread along a great message, man, you know, because I've been blessed, so I want to make sure everybody else around me is blessed. I was like, okay, you only know me for about 30 seconds, but okay, yeah. Go ahead, talk to me. What's going to bless me, brother? He was like, you know, I'm starting a church. I thought that shit was a pyramid scheme at first. He's like, yeah, but it's like a new style of church. It's like, all right, bro, new style of church. Talk to me about it. He was like, yeah, so basically it's going to be like hip-hop gospel. Like, all right, so you, like a Kurt Franklin vibe? He's like, yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, cool, I like it. He was like, yeah, but see, what's going to be different is our church is going to be jumping all the time. Like, we're going to have a whole lot of stuff, a booming sound system, an amazing choir, great preacher, a VIP section. Like, hold on. A VIP section in a church? Whoa! That's definitely not what the Bible mentions, because I guess we're all equal, right? We're all equal, right? So, I'm like, you sure you want to put a VIP section? He was like, yeah, because it's going to be so dope. He's like, it's going to have lounge seating. I was like, So it's going to be like a club? He was like, no, well, yes, but no, it's going to be like a church club. I was like, so it's a club in the church? Kind of. Like, all right. Keep going. He's like, what's going to be great is like, anybody can be VIP. I was like, all right, cool. So anybody can be VIP. He was like, yeah, for a fee. Man, that doesn't make sense, man. That's not church, brother. You know what I mean? And he was like, no, it's gonna be cool though, cause like if you just pay a little extra in your tithes and offering, you'll be VIP. I was like, so they gotta just pay a little bit more than what Jesus was already asking for. That nigga always got his fucking hand out. Just saying. Money be falling through that motherfucker with all the holes in it, but anyways. Still.
Oh, shit. Oh.
That motherfucker was delayed, wasn't it? Sorry, man. So, it's like, no, man, they just pay a little bit more than they get in for that Sunday. I was like, okay, cool, that's what's up. That's not bad. He was like, yeah. And it's going to be great, because it's going to be like, you know, you don't even have to, like, put your offering in the bucket. We'll collect it a different way. I was like, yeah. He's like, so we're going to have praise polls. I was like, praise polls? Yeah, with praise dances. So I got his business card, because I was like, I'm going to have to check this church out, man. I had to go see that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Man. Shit, man. I'm pretty sure I ran my time. So before I get out of here, y'all, I just want to say this, man. Love everybody. Treat everybody equally. You know what I mean? Because as y'all can see, we all look just completely different in this room. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean anything. Whether you're black, white, gay, I don't care. Love everybody. I don't care how you choose to identify, none of that. All right? Personally, I get pulled over. I like to identify as a middle-aged white man. I'm going to keep trying because we're going to make America great again. All right,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.